What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana back at you with another YouTube video. Today we're going over yet another roadmap so that you can find all of the blue stakes in order to unlock Chi-Yu, which is now our third out of the 4 ruinous Pokemon. So if you're interested in seeing the location of all the stakes so that you can catch Chi-Yu for yourself, then just keep on watching and subscribe if you're new here because it helps your girl out. And give this video a thumbs up if you are a Pokemon fan so that we can push it out into the YouTube algorithm so that more Pokemon fans can see it. And if you would like another way to support the channel, please feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. But let's go ahead and get into the location of all 8 stakes to unlock Chi-Yu. So our first stake is going to be located near the Pokemon Center here in North Province Area 1, and we're actually going to go to the top of this little hill that's literally right in front of the Pokemon Center, so you don't have to run very far. This is me struggling to set a pinpoint, but let's go ahead and run over there. So you can literally just run up this little path, and it's going to be at the top of this little mountain or hill thing that you see here. So you will definitely need to be able to climb to get this one, but like I mentioned in all of the other videos, it's probably best that you have all of your abilities to get these stakes because some of them are in really annoying spots, like this one. But now we have our first stake here at the top of this little tiny hill that is right in front of the Pokemon Center. Stake number 2 is going to be located over here in North Province Area 2. I'm trying to keep them all kind of close together, and it's actually kind of close to where the actual shrine for Chi-Yu is located. I actually found this one randomly one day when I was looking for a raid that was in that direction, and I was trying to get there quickly. But we're going to go to the top of that waterfall right there. So the easiest way to get there is to run towards this big mountain cliff thing and just climb up it, because you're going to be able to glide across to where the actual little clearing at the top of the waterfall. So after you reach this point, you can see that little grassy patch at the top of the waterfall. That is where we are going. So I'm going to go ahead and hop over here to this little lower area. And then from here, we should be able to just jump and glide on over, and you can already see our stake glowing. So then after we reach this point, we just climb up to this little spot right here, and we are now at stake number 2. So definitely a more remote area, but you can see it's kind of just like a diagonal from the Pokemon Center. You just kind of have to climb up the cliff face in order to get here. It's also kind of close to where the fighting base for Team Star is located. But let's go ahead and get stake number 2. And speaking of keeping things close together, we are still here at the Pokemon Center in North Province Area 2, and stake number 3 is actually located on this little grassy cliff area that is right above the Pokemon Center. I think it's technically part of the actual Team Star base as well, so it's literally just right up this cliff face here. So we're gonna go ahead and scale this bad boy, and there should be like one lower level of little grassy area right here, and the stake is right up there where the tree is. Hopefully there's no wild Pokemon here that are gonna attack me. Oh no, not the entire herd. Okay, well, anyways, we are literally right above the Pokemon Center. It's right down there. You can't really see it from here, but we're now at stake number 3. Let me see if I can kind of drop down here so I can show you that we're literally directly above it. Ah, yes, there we go. There we go. So we are directly above the Pokemon Center here, and stake number 3 is going to be right next to the big tree. So let's go ahead and grab that. So stake number 4 is a little bit inconvenient. We're still in North Province Area 2 at the Pokemon Center, and the stake is located over here in the ruins. So there's not really anything close by for you to be able to fast travel to, unless you unlock the shrine as a fast travel point. But even then, the shrine is inside of a waterfall, and it's still relatively far away from the ruins. So the fastest way that you can get to the ruins is by taking that trail that you see marked by that big tree that's literally straight ahead of us. So let's go ahead and run over there, and you're just gonna follow this trail until you get all the way to the end of the peninsula, basically. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and scale up the wall here, and boom, we are on the trail, and we're just gonna follow this. Why is there always wild Pokemon just everywhere whenever I try to film these videos? Please, can I just film them in peace? That's all I ask. We're just gonna keep on running. Like I said, there's really no convenient way to get here. We do have to climb up this little cliff over here and continue onwards down this path. Keep on running and we have made it to, oh no. We keep on running and we have made it to the ruins here. So hopefully you could follow along based off of that, but you just want to follow along the path that big tree marks, and you do have to climb up one small cliff in order to keep going down the path. But once you get to these ruins here, you'll see this guy tucked away in a corner. It is kind of close to like the beach. I would say that if you are trying to orient yourself, the closest city is over here in Levincia. But still, like I said, there really is no convenient way to get here. You really just have to follow the path. But let's go ahead and collect stake number 4. So stake number 5 doesn't really have a convenient way of getting there either. So I'm here at the Glacedo Mountain Watchtower next to the Pokemon Center in North Province Area 1, and we're gonna have to go over to Tag Tree Thicket, which is where the Poison type Team Star base was. It looks like this Pokemon Center would be closer than where I am, but it's not, because this is in a desert area, which is like lower down, and you have to climb up a cliff and go through the entire thicket. But here at the Watchtower, we can simply just glide down. So you're gonna literally just go to the edge of the cliff here from where we are at the Watchtower, and you can see there's like 3 Pokemon centers down there. This is still the fastest way. So we're gonna go to the edge of the cliff and you'll see right down there, this is Tag Tree Thicket. And our stake is actually located where that big tree is on that little grassy patch that kind of jets out. So you're just gonna go ahead and glide over there. And once we land, you'll be able to see our stake. All right, 12 years later, we have made it to our little grassy patch. Gliding always takes so long to land. But as you can see, we have made it to the location of stake number 5. I'm literally gonna get attacked by this giant group of wild Pokemon, but let's go ahead and pick up stake number 5. Stake number 6 is gonna be located near Levincia, which is Iono's town, and it's gonna be on top of this little cliff overlooking the actual city. And you can actually just follow a trail to get there. For the most part, there is going to be one area where you do have to climb up a cliffside, but if you just walk over here and go up this cliff, that kind of leads you to where the actual like little lighthouse thing is. This is going to take you right up to where you need to go. So here we have our lighthouse. We're going to turn left. Hopefully I don't run into any Pokemon. Yeah, beware of Pokemon on this this tiny little path, by the way, because they will try to attack you, like this Cyclizar running in circles. And so we're just going to keep following this. We're going to go up this way. Go up again. But once you get to this point, you're gonna see that the trail just kind of ends and there's a cliff in front of you. And you're gonna wanna go ahead and climb up this cliff. And at the top of this cliff, there's gonna be one more tiny little ledge that you need to climb up. And right over here next to the giant tree that overlooks the city, which right over here, you can see Levincia down below. It looks beautiful. That is where our 6th stake is going to be located. It also overlooks the water. Oh, this is adorable. They're jumping. But let's go ahead and get our 6th stake. So for stake number 7, you're going to want to start here at the Pokemon Center for Dalipaza Passage. And where we're going is actually this little cliffside area over here. I can't really mark where it is because it's literally on a cliff, but I'll just put the general vicinity. So we're going to go down the passage over here. There is 2 passages, by the way. This one is on the right of the Pokemon Center and that one is on the left. You want to go to the one on the right. We're gonna go through the passage here. There's nothing crazy. It's not a maze or anything. It's just kind of a long tunnel walkway thing that you have to sprint through. So after you get out of this tunnel though, oh no, I almost ran into you. We're gonna go ahead and turn left where you see this tree right here. And we're gonna have to go up this cliffside. So we're gonna go ahead and just scale the cliffside here. And it should end up landing you on like a little walkway right here. And you're gonna wanna go to the right and kind of follow the path until you see an NPC. It's like a hiker NPC, this one right here. So once you get to, oh no, not the Pyroar. So once you get to here, you're gonna wanna go up to where that tree is. There we go, that's a better view. We're gonna go up to where that tree is, because that's where our stake's located. So let's go ahead and climb up there. Like I said, it's on a literal random cliff. So after we go ahead and hop up here, oh, the Citadel, you'll see that we have made it to the location of our 7th stake. So this stake kind of overlooks like 2 other Pokemon centers. But let's go ahead and collect stake number 7. And for our 8th and final stake, we're actually going to start over at the Glacedo Gym, or if you've already unlocked the fast travel point, you can start here where I'm actually located, which is Paldea's highest peak, which is quite literally on top of the gym. So you should be able to unlock this fast travel point relatively easy. Hello, Delibird. But Where we're going is the coast. So to get to the 8th stake, you're gonna follow the river, literally just straight up follow the river until you get to the coast. And our 8th stake is gonna be chilling on a tiny little ledge overlooking the ocean. So let me point you in the right direction for the river. It's literally down this way. There is so many sneasels. You can see it right down there. This is the river that we are going to follow all the way until we get down to that little grassy area at the very end of it. So for the purposes of not having you watch me swim down this river, I am going to go ahead and fast forward / make a nice little jump cut for you so that you don't have to watch me dodge a bunch of wild Pokemon and attempt to swim down this river in some way, shape, or form, like I'm doing right now. Because literally all you gotta do is swim down the river. 1 second while I skip forward in time. All right, so once you get to the grassy part of the river over here, you're gonna wanna go ahead and hop out. And you can see it glowing in the distance over there. You're gonna go to the right over to where this tree is, and we have our 8th and final stake overlooking the ocean. Boom, we have arrived. And you have now collected all 8 stakes and are able to fly back to the shrine for Chi-Yu. Which, in case you're having trouble finding the actual shrine because it is kind of tucked away, I am literally on top of that waterfall across from the Pokemon Center over in North Province Area 2. So once you're at the top of the waterfall, you're just gonna want to hop in the actual water and go into the little cave. And this Houndoom, is it okay? It's literally under the water, but sure. But once you hop out of the water, you'll see that we have made it to the shrine. Do be careful, there is, as you can see, 12,000 wild Pokemon that will be waiting for you. And each and every single one of them will come for you. I've already run into like 5 without wanting to. But that is gonna be all 8 locations for the blue stakes for you to unlock Chi-Yu. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys.